Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. It's the finals of round 16. We're here in the Crush Video Studios taking a look back at who won this thing. Johnny Ritchie, what a great round.
What a great round, Mike. We had to break it up into 3 shows because the fights were so great. They're action-packed. A lot of 3-rounders, a lot of unexpected wins, Mike, that are going to happen in these upcoming weeks. So you're going to want to make sure you stay tuned to see if your favorite fighter makes it on.
Hey, if you ever saw the Sixth Sense, you can stick around for the twist at the end. Well, we got one of those tonight, man, in your main event. Hank the Vice, Weiss, and Casey Uscola. You definitely want to stick around for that one. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you. Gapusan has made his mark in the Ultimate Combat. He beat all the competition. The kid's looking tough, tough, tough.
He is, Mike, but I tell you, Team Mika brought Sean Johnson, and this kid, he said he's just a slick submission.
They brought Puff Daddy up?
No, Sean Johnson.
Oh, well.
Sean Johnson. He's slick. This kid's supposed to be really tough. He doesn't look real mean, but I guess he's tough.
Gapusan slick too. Lightweight, no holds barred. Check it out.
Let's do it. Tell the people at home what's going to ensure your success tomorrow. Why is Dustin Gapusan of Moose and Self-Defense walking away the victor?
Pretty much just the training, just hard training. My instructors, the coaches, just coaching and training. A lot of sparring, my teammates.
Why are you going to walk away the victor in tomorrow's competition?
It's right here written on my shirt. Loyalty, honor, discipline. This is what our team represents right here. This is what we come for. This is the pride that we come with.
Boy, Johnny Ritchie, the end of that interview that really exemplifies how similar these two in their backgrounds. They both come from very proud organizations where they're almost family-oriented. They feel as though team members are members of their family, and they fight for that team and family pride.
Well, we've seen Dustin Gapusan in the cage a time or two, Mike, and he always represents his gym well, talks highly of them, says he's training with the best, works out with the best. I don't know a lot about Sean Johnson because he is from Team Mika. He is from Las Vegas, making the trek here to Utah to fight some of our toughest guys, but I guess he is. I guess that whole crew is just a family.
Well, we do know that he's 5'7", 155 pounds, and we know because he comes from Team Mika that he's going to be clean, he's going to be solid both on his feet and on the ground. Going up against a kid we know very well, Dustin Gapusan, who's 5'10", 155 pounds, got about a 3-inch reach advantage here, but solid kid.
Solid kid, Mike. We talk about the complete fighter, and I think Dustin Devil Dog Gapusan is one of the fighters that steps in here that is a complete fighter. He's good on his feet, he's good on the ground, he's willing to go wherever you want to take the fight. He's willing to go there, and he does a very good job at that, Mike.
Boy, and the face-off there looked like they were about the same height. Maybe Sean John's hair is just really puffy.
Puffy, is that why he's got the nickname Puffy?
No, the Puff Daddy, no, that's because he's got a little love handle around the midsection there.
Oh, Mike, good thing he lives in Vegas.
I'm a fast runner too.
This right there.
You can see right here, we've talked a little bit about this, Johnny, how Dustin Gapusan has really evolved as a fighter. We always knew that he was good, he was solid, but it seems like his game has really stepped up in the last 6 months. I didn't think he was as good as we've seen him be, and he beat Donnie Reigns, a real tough fighter, just recently.
Well, he's beat some of the toughest guys, Mike, and he's never willing to, he will never back down from a fight. I think if we got him any opponent, threw him in front of him, he'd fight him. And he does a very good job. Like we said, he's just a slick kid. He's good on his feet. He's got a lot of he's got a Muay Thai background. Trains over there, obviously, with Moosh and Self-Defense. You'll hear him say it probably 15 times in his post-fight interview. But the kid is just a good kid all the way around, too, Mike. He's a nice, honest, hard-working kid.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that because Dustin Gapusan would fight Godzilla. He'd fight anybody we put him in with. And Brian Yamasaki and Brandon Kaiser almost have to step in once in a while and say, hey, wait a minute, let's reevaluate. Do we really want to fight this guy right now? And they really have to almost keep him on a leash because he'll fight anybody.
Well, you said, he went up against Donnie Reigns and beat Donnie Reigns, and Donnie Reigns is no joke. And I think that's when they were really saying, hey, I don't know if it's a good idea, Dustin, for you to be fighting a guy like Donnie Reigns. Let's give it a little while. But Dustin said, no, I want to fight him. And you saw Dustin beat him in the first round with just a few seconds.
Really nice work both ways here, Johnny Rich. I'm seeing both guys do some really nice things. It looks like Sean John here was able to get a bit of a takedown. He's kind of trying to secure the hips here, and Dustin Gapusan is just so slippery. He's making it very difficult. Almost able to come around behind and get the back of Sean John.
Well, you see him trying to work his feet up, trying to get his hooks in, and I don't know now if he's necessarily looking for a submission or if he's trying to get the back of Sean John, but he's working for something. We know that's for sure.
He's looking for an arm lock right now, Johnny, and he was just creeping up the body, and you had the sense he was looking for something. It looks like Sean John's in a lot of trouble.
Wow.
Doing the right thing, though, here, really taking the pressure off that arm and turning into it. Did a nice job. Again, what a great game of chess we're seeing here thus far. But, boy, this is another prime example of just how much Dustin Gapusan has evolved. It looks like this might just be over, Johnny.
Well, you see him working for it, Mike. He's not just letting it lie there. We've seen guys that'll grab that arm and just fight with it. But, oh,
yeah,
there it is. There's the tap right there.
And
wow.
you saw Puff Daddy was thinking about tapping, trying to gut it up, and didn't want to tap on that thing, but ultimately he had to. And wow, once again, big win for Sean John.
Hey, big win, another big win for Dustin Gapusan, and going against Team Mika. Guy beats him in the finals for basically the state championship, for pretty much the pride. He's fighting for pride, and he says, "Hey man, come to Utah. You're gonna get a beating," and he threw that beating on.
Dustin Gapusan did. Nobody thought he had beat Donnie Reigns. He represented the state of Utah now against Team Mika and really did so in a great fashion.
Hey, nice job tonight, Dustin. Hopefully we'll see you again, man.
This post-fight interview sponsored by Beehive Bell Bonds, because sometimes bad things happen to good people.
I gotta tell you, he just came down from welterweight, and the kid, he didn't used to be that good, man. He has really, his game just looks like top to bottom, up and down, he's top.
Yeah, I didn't, I took this fight on 3-day notice, so I came in here just doing the best I could, and came in here, got a great fighter against me, and I had a good time, though.
You made a great showing, though. You came in here, represented Team Mika very well. Tonight you were good, just not good enough, brother. You gonna come back and see us again, man?
Oh, if I get the invite, I'll be here every time. I love it. Thank you very much.
All right, bro, thanks again.
This post-fight interview brought to you by the Old Salt City Jail.
The best steakhouse in town.
Hey, you just beat a tough kid that came all the way from Vegas to whoop on you, and you beat him. How do you feel about the fight, Dustin?
I feel good. I did a little bit of what I wanted to do, I hope I did at least some justice for the TBA and Master Chai, who's in the house right now. But
and I tell you what, he's got to be proud of you. We got Brian Yamasaki in your corner, and he wants a little something to say right now. Brian, what's going on, man?
First, I just wanted to thank Team Mika and Sean Johnson for coming down. He showed so much heart, taking the fight last minute notice, and then having to have the ref stop the fight because he just didn't want to die for his team. And what a warrior. And I also want to congratulate Dustin. I told Mike a year and a half ago we had the next champ, and then Justin Wright spoiled our plans, and finally we got Dustin where we wanted to be, and we're so proud of him.
Well, he's here right now, and you got the cup. Congratulations, Devil Dog Gapusan. I'm proud of you. I can't wait to see what happens next round. Nice job.
I know Dustin Gapusan's a good fighter, but tonight he proved to me he's a great fighter. I didn't think he was that good, and he's just gotten that good.
He's training with Mushin. Every single day is a test for that kid, Mike, and he's passing. He's making the grade. He's getting the A because he's fighting tougher fighters every time, and he's beating those guys.
And by no means did I try to imply that he wasn't that good. I didn't know he was that good. So, hey, the Mushin guys, keep doing what you're doing. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. We're done letting the Utah people beat up on one another. We're going to turn our attention to the north. We're bringing the folks down from Boise, Idaho. The Primal Tribe Fighting Club brought some fighters down here. Who'd they bring, Johnny?
I tell you what, they brought a mountain of a man in Paul Weremecki. You should see this kid. He's got no neck.
Speaking of Weremecki,
I'm telling you, Weremecki. This kid's huge. He's physical. He's been fighting hard, and I think he's got something to say against Tuiaki, Mike.
Well, Weremecki's got, he's one big potato, but he's fighting a guy that just knocks people out. That's what he does. So let's check it out. Heavyweight, no bar, check it out.
Well, first off, just tell us that. What does it mean to be representing Utah versus Team Idaho?
It feels good. I'm flattered to be considered one of the best out of Utah right now, so I'm excited to fight someone from out of state.
Okay. And why don't you give us a prediction, E? What do you think tomorrow is going to come? What's going to happen? What's going to separate you from the rest of the competition tomorrow?
I'm prettier than him.
He's prettier than him. You heard it right there. E. Tuiaki, I always want to crack jokes. Tell us, Paul, with all your training over there with Tom Supnett and all these other roughnecks, what's going to give you the edge? Why are you going to walk away the victor tomorrow?
Numerous hours in the gym, just committed to working out as hard as I can. All that running, all that lifting, and hopefully it'll pay off tomorrow.
All right, Johnny, we stand corrected. It's not Weremecki, it's Weremecki.
But we were
because he has no neck.
Yeah, Paul wore no necky is what we're going to call this kid. Because, man, coming out of Primal Tribe Fight Club, there you see Tom Sutton in his corner walking him out.
His name is No Harry.
Yeah. And you know that he is training some of the toughest fighters up there in Idaho, Mike. Some of the toughest guys around, really willing to compete, to make the trek down here to take on our toughest guys and beat them.
He just barely fit in the door right there.
He's huge, Mike. I'm not even joking, man. He's twice the size of us. I think shoulder to shoulder together, we're not as wide as that kid, Mike.
Yeah,
he's huge. He's a big kid.
If he were laying down on his shoulder, he's as tall as we are.
He's as wide as we are tall. But his opponent, Tuiaki, Mike, what do we know about this guy, man?
You know, I just got to tell you, this kid has really been a cool addition to the show, man. He came up from Southern Utah playing football down there, and he's on a bit of a summer break here, and he came in and just started knocking people out. But he's as humble and nice a guy as you will ever meet.
He's a comedian, Mike. He's a jokester. He likes to have fun. He's the only guy backstage pulling pranks, and other guys are sweating it out, worrying about fighting. He's back there pulling jokes and just being a funny guy, Mike. He's a really good kid, and I'm glad he's a part of the show.
You know what, though? You see him in the gym, and he trains hard, doesn't mess around. He's not in there. He maybe plays pranks so that I don't see it, but he's in there training hard.
Training hard, and Weremecki, man. You can tell this guy, Mike, I think he's got the physical advantage on Tuiaki. I just think he's a lot bigger. He looks like he's spent a few days in the weight room himself,
sure,
Mike.
He has, but you know that he has matched up against these guys, at least on the offensive line. You know, he's
sure.
a fullback. He's knocking these defensive players out of the way here.
Wow.
Man, he's got trapped underneath the much bigger, stronger Weremecki, and look at that. He is no joke himself. He's a big, strong kid.
He's just a brute, but he gives up his back, which might not be a good thing if you're going to train with Tom Supnett. But he gets reverse, gets in the guard.
He has the presence of mind to turn and face his opponent, which really at his early stage of development is a big statement that he was that aware. Well, and that goes back to how athletic he is.
Oh, athletic all the way around, Mike, but knows what the full mount is and knows he loves this position. We've seen him knock out guys from here before, and he's going to be content to sit in full mount and just knock this kid around.
Oh, Johnny, you're punching a brick wall there.
How do you knock a kid out like that?
Oh,
big
brick wall.
Slam. Big slam by Weremecki. Maybe now looking for a shoulder choke, trying to get out to the side, sink that shoulder choke in, and maybe end this fight early, Mike.
I think he's looking to get a couple of big, deep breaths of air. He looks like he's sucking a little pond water right there, and maybe to his disadvantage. He had Tuiaki pinned to the ground, and as you mentioned, looked like he had a shoulder choke that he could have applied, but Weremecki just really looked like he seemed to have to regain his bearings just a little bit.
Well, and he's regaining his bearings by dropping knees into Tuiaki's side. You know that ain't going to set well with E. He's going to get out from under there one way or another, Mike, I think. He's not just going to be content to lay there unless he's taking a little breather himself.
Well, how do you move the mountain? You've got the mountain on top of you. How do you get out from underneath there, Johnny?
You just got to wiggle and squirm and try to just, bridge and try to get yourself out of there, because if you let this kid lay on you too long, that's exhausting.
Well, it's not only exhausting, but he's putting a beat down on you, and that doesn't feel good right there. That might take your afro right off your head.
Well, and you see Dave Slistad there watching very close, looking for the tap, making sure that Tuiaki's going to walk out of this thing safe. But look at him, Mike. He's somber. He's
just hanging out. He's chilling under there.
He's chilling.
Singing some island music in his head.
Now.
You remember the day when you could just scoot out of the ring? Now you can't scoot
out of this thing. And, he's squeezing Paul, trying to keep him close to him, not letting him get that spacing that he needs to drop down those punches. But you can only do that so long before your arms get tired. And I don't think he can do it for another 21 seconds, Mike.
Especially when you're trying to hold a guy that strong in close, because, just him sitting up, there's a lot of power there. So he's doing a good job. He's doing a great job. And sometimes we talk about the game of chess. The game of chess right here means that you need to hold your opponent in and don't let him drop the big bomb. So 5 seconds left.
Well,
looks like he's done just that.
I didn't think he was going to do it, Mike. I thought Weremecki would muscle out of that and drop some punches down, but he didn't get the chance to, and that's got to be a little frustrating for a guy this big who probably manhandles the guys in the gym.
Well, you know what, Johnny? That's a really good sign for E. When your opponent stands up and spits his mouthpiece out like that, it tells you he is just beat. And that's probably why he wasn't able to sit up and drop those bombs. He's just out of gas. Seeing your Crush Combat Camp, some really power moves there by Weremecki, but I think that took a lot of strength and energy
Mike,
out of it.
in the first round, you seen that Paul Weremecki, I think, controlled it when they got to the ground, but when they were on their feet, did you see E dropping bombs? And Weremecki, I mean, the only thing he could do was turn his head until he got real close enough to take him down. There's another shot right there.
Speaking of big bombs, he's cracked 2 big right hands on Weremecki to start this second round, and you can see Weremecki's knees are buckling. That's number 3 and 4, and I think this fight might be over, Johnny.
Oh my God!
Oh baby!
What a change of events! Wow, you see it right there. On the ground, Weremecki controlled it. On their feet, Tuiaki does what he does best, and that's knock people out, knock them right out of their game plan.
You see here in your Crush Combat Camp, those big right hands we talked about, but if Tuiaki would learn a little ground, this kid would be unstoppable.
Unstoppable, because he's an athlete, a competitor, and now he's your Border Wars champion. Nice job.
Oh baby, for a rookie just coming into this thing, that's big to kind of be representing the state of Utah and doing it successfully. Ogre 6-man, I expect big things out of you, kid.
This post-fight interview brought to you by our good friends at Great Clips.
Go to ultimatecombat.com for participating locations.
You came out here and you gave me a hell of a fight. I mean, that first round, yeah, again, I thought you won it. You got full mount. Why weren't you able to finish him when you got full mount on him?
Oh, he protected real good, held on, and just couldn't get it done there.
Well, you feel good about your performance. You feel like, you came in here and you learned some things. You're going to come back and do it again?
Great learning experience. First loss. Lost to a worthy guy, so I'll chuck it up from there, see where I need to go, work a little more and stand up.
Right on, man. Well, tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Thanks for coming down from Idaho. We love you, man. Thanks, man.
Hey, thank you, Salt Lake. Thanks.
This post-fight interview sponsored by American Bush, Utah's only 18 and over gentlemen's club located at 2630 South, 300 West.
Hey, how did that feel to come away with that, man? You went into the second round. That's the first time that's happened since you've been inside this cage. How did you feel about it when you walked away with that victory, man?
Well, first of all, I want to thank my sponsors. Oh, wait, I don't have any sponsors. But that would be pretty sweet if I had some sponsors.
Tuiaki, man, he's always got some fun. Sponsor this guy. Sponsor this guy. He needs it. He's been knocking people out since he got in here. How do you feel about things, man?
Good. I mean, it's a learning experience. My first time in a big crowd like this, and the crowd is great, man. Being here in Utah and going to the ground, going 2 rounds, feel good.
You know what, and that's what I'm saying. You've got what it takes to step in and do this. And all the fans in Utah, they love you, man. I can't wait to see more. You're going to be knocking out competition in these next couple rounds.
I'll be there.
All right, let's give a round of applause for Tuiaki. Congratulations, you got the cup, baby.
Utah, baby, 1-0 right now.
Tuiaki once again, betting, knocked somebody out.
You stand up with that kid, chances are lights out. Paul had a good strategy in the first round, take him to the ground, and you saw that he had the advantage there. But when you're on your feet with this kid, oh man, that's like a freight train coming.
No, I'll tell you what though, if you find yourself in the advantage position against that kid, you better capitalize, because if you don't, you might not get 2 of those chances.
Lights out.
Hey, that's the ultimate combat experience right there. We got more, stick around. Bring on Las Vegas. Bring on Team Mika and Las Vegas. The boys from Utah are saying, come on, let's do it. Mafu Fosta's first up, folks.
Quiet one, does anyone know who this kid is? People love the quiet one here in Salt Lake, and people love Justin Shuford in Vegas, Mike. This is a tough kid representing.
The kid is a horse. Heavyweight, no holds barred. Mafu Fosta, Justin Shuford coming right at you.
Mafu, why do you think you're going to walk away the victor tomorrow? What's going to give you the edge?
I'm not sure. Maybe because the sun sets to the east. I don't know.
Maybe because the sun sets to the east. All right. Justin Shuford, representing Team Mika. What does that mean to be representing Las Vegas, its finest?
Well, it's an honor to be here. It's fun. Glad to get back in the cage again.
Last time you were in Utah, you walked away with the loss. What have you done to rectify that so tomorrow that won't happen?
Training my ass off.
Well, Johnny, we don't get these fighters for their smarts.
We don't, Mike.
The sun don't set in the east, brother. And looks like Justin Shuford's training his ass off, so the moon is full.
So the moon is full, yes, that's right. Well, Justin Shuford, Mike, we've seen him step in here before. We talked a little bit about that. He is a kid he's no stranger to the cage. He's been in here. He trains in the cage. He loves to fight in the cage, and he just always looks forward to the opportunity to come into Utah and show the crowd what he's got, what he's made of.
The tape says he's 5'11", 215 pounds. That's a big fat lie, because I stood next to the guy, and I'm not 5'11". He's about the same height as me. He's given up a little height disadvantage to Mafu. Quiet one, Fosita, sporting his UCTC shirt there.
Well, Mike, he's one of the most loyal fighters. He trains at your gym, represents your gym very well, is in there all the time, busting his butt, recruiting guys to get in there and work hard. And I don't think anyone really works harder than Mafu, the quiet one, Fosita, Mike.
And you know, you got to be watching for him, because the quiet one is such an appropriate name. You know, this kid is the quiet guy in the corner training hard, as you mentioned.
Well, every time I get a chance to talk to him, before or after a fight, whether it's win or loss, he always says, Mafu, what's next? More training, more fighting. More training, more fighting. Whether he wins or loses, he's just going to say, hey, I'm going to train, I'm going to fight, I'm going to do this thing as much as I possibly can. And why not do it against a kid in Justin Shuford, who, Mike, is supposed to be the leader of the pack when we talk about Team Mika.
Johnny, you're a heterosexual male, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, allegedly.
Yeah, no.
Would you kill for Mafu's physique and
man,
frame?
I'm telling you, the kid is just a warrior, just an absolute athlete. I don't think he lifts weight.
No, but Johnny, if you could chip a fighter's physique, that would be it. I mean, he's lean
absolutely.
and long and strong, but the slight we have on him is, look at those big long arms against a much shorter opponent, and he just doesn't let those hands go.
Well, Mike, it's something that you've talked to him plenty times about.
No,
You've roused him for
him.
it. You've yelled at him about it. You've gotten inside of his head and said, hey, you need to
look at that.
let those hands go.
His hand is 6 inches from Shuford's head, and rarely does he ever let it go.
Well, that's the thing, Mike. I don't know what his deal is. I just don't know if Mafu's got that confidence yet. Maybe after his 35th or 40th fight, he'll get it. Because, man, it just seems like if he let those things go, there wouldn't be a guy in this competition that would stand a chance against him.
Johnny, he'll throw that jab, but rarely will he follow it up. If he would follow it up with that right hand, to step into it, man, he's got devastating power. You got to see the kid work in the gym. But as you mentioned, I think he's afraid of just that. He doesn't like to be taken down. He doesn't like to be underneath an opponent. And Shuford's a strong kid.
Oh, he is.
And so maybe he's a little hesitant to let this happen right here.
Well, he's a brute, you know, and especially going to the ground against a guy that trains over at Team Mika. You know their submission is going to be great. I know Mafu's is pretty slick too, Mike. He knows how to defend against submissions, and he knows how to put submissions on.
A very nice reversal. And now Mafu's in a great position, a knee up, kind of half guard position. He's throwing a lot of punches, and those things, trust me, folks, Justin Shuford's feeling them.
No, he's feeling them, Mike, because they're accurate. They're not wild. He's not throwing from left field. He's just coming straight down, nice straight punches, nice and accurate. This is when we do see him let his hands go,
Mafu is very calculated, as you mentioned. He's not just throwing wild punches. He's looking for openings and finding them right here. Justin Shuford eating some leather, as we say right there. Some big punches by Mafu Fosita.
Well, you know what can Justin Shuford do in this position, Mike? I mean, his legs are not as long as Mafu's arms, so even if he gets a leg in between to push him away, Mafu's going to be able to punch right down because, man, he is long and he is lean. And
I think 10 Hail Marys would be appropriate about now.
Yeah, he's getting hammered on here, Mike, and I know Mika's in the corner telling him, you know, get him back in your guard, get him back in your guard. But I guess that's easier said than done when you got Mafu raining down those punches on top of him.
Well, again, Mafu's not kind of going out of control and just throwing punches, and that's much easier to do so when they are. Right here, Mafu's looking at maintaining position first and foremost, and then throwing the punches, looking for openings. But he might have left an ankle behind, Johnny. This is how things can turn on you in a dime in this sport. Justin Shuford, very wisely, he was in that position where he could have gotten that ankle lock for such a long time. I was waiting for him to do it. Finally went for it, just couldn't quite get it.
Couldn't get Paul out, Mike, and that's a heel hook. That's the 1090 heel hook that Donnie Raines kind of patented. It's his deal. You get that thing on, Mike, and I tell you, you will tap from that ankle lock. If you get it on right, you're done.
John, this fight's over right here with 5 seconds left. The advantage that Mafu had there, when you put that heel hook on, it makes your body stretch out, and usually you can't reach your opponent to hit them, but Mafu's arms are so long he was able to punch his way through it.
Well, it was relentless from the point that Mafu landed inside the guard, got that knee up position. It was just a clinic. He just showed you what you should do. Wait till Justin Shuford takes a look at you, then crack him again, and then right there you see the ankle lock, and he just fought right through it, Mike, and that's true Mafu style.
Yeah,
nice
but
job
Mafu's
tonight,
feet are as long as water skis there. He left them out there. It's easy to hook on those things. Hey, you see in his corner there, Sione Pua. That's the guy who gets him all his boxing training there. That's great. Mafu Fosita, you know he's happy to win that one for the team.
This post-fight interview is sponsored by The Keyhole with their new location at 3460 South Redwood Road.
Justin tells me, you keep sticking me with all these Polynesians, man. I told him that's all we got in the heavyweight division down here. Justin, you ran into a freight train tonight. You got caught in a bad spot, and he rained down some bombs, man. I was glad to see a tap.
Yeah, he played right into my game.
I'm telling you though, you almost had that ankle lock on. That was almost there. How do you feel about your performance? How do you feel about overall how you did tonight?
I think I did all right. Just came up a little short. Mafu's a great fighter.
I gotta tell you something. These guys from Team Mika in Las Vegas are the most respectful, nice guys you're ever gonna meet, and they're tough as nails. You came in here, you did a great job. Tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Are you gonna come back, Justin? You gonna come back and see us a third time?
Oh yeah, that's up to you, Mike.
We'll bring you back, brother, anytime. Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you.
This post-fight interview brought to you by the good folks at Quality Inn Hotel.
Located on Redwood Road in North Temple.
Mafu, you are the most decorated fighter in UCE history. I think he's got like 37 of these trophies. You can melt it down and make a car. How do you feel about the fight, man? You fought a tough kid and you walk away the victor. How do you feel, man?
I feel good. Mika and their Las Vegas team, they're a great team. It's always fun to fight people from that state.
You're right, it absolutely is, and it's glad to bring those guys here. I'm glad they came, but I'm glad you won. I'm glad you represent for Utah very well. You got a lot of friends here chanting Mafu. They love you, man. What can we expect out of Mafu? More trophies, more wins, more what?
However long my body takes me, it's just keep on working hard with Walt Bayless, Style Jiu Jitsu under Mike Kobe, and the great Sonny Boha helps me out a lot.
A true ultimate combat. I tell you, man, you're such an athlete, Mafu. We're so proud of you. Congratulations. You got another cup, man. Nice job.
Thanks.
I just love that guy, Johnny. I just love him. You know what, though? It's so hard to cheer against these Vegas guys. They're just so cool.
It is, Mike. You know, Team Mika, every single one of these guys is so respectful, and they're bad dudes. I mean, these guys, they're no pushovers. These guys are slick, and I'm telling you, they're coming from all the way there to fight us. You got to give your hats off to them, Mike.
Hey, but Mafu stepped up and did his thing one more time in this cage. Congratulations, great God. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. The Bird Dog's on his way, Johnny Ritchie. The guy's a little bit loose in the head, but the guy can fight. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting John Lopez, coming all the way from Las Vegas, fighting out of Team Mika. A very tough kid, a decorated fighter. I don't know if he's got what it takes to beat the Bird Dog.
I'm telling you right now, I saw the dude last night at the weigh-ins, and he looks like Bird Dog got his hands full tonight, but hey, man.
It's the Bird Dog.
You cannot overlook the Bird Dog.
You can't.
Welterweight Noah's Bar, check it out.
All right, I'm going to start the questions off with you. Bird Dog. Bird Dog. Tell the people at home, what does it mean to you to be representing Utah's finest? You've been mopping through the competition to get this far. Now that you're here, what does it mean to represent us?
Hey, it means everything. You know, I've been working through the crowd in Salt Lake City, doing my time in this unit, getting the UCE going. You know, making my way through, making my payment. Have you even fought in it? I don't think so. Salt Lake City, coming at ya.
All right, Salt Lake City coming at you. Tell the people at home, why is the Bird Dog walking away the competition? What's going to give you the edge tomorrow? Why are you going to win?
What's going to give me the edge is I'm going to showbiz Lopez. Roy, let's move.
Tell the people at home, what's going to give you the edge? Why are you going to walk away the victor in tomorrow's competition?
Because I'm just one tough motherfucker, that's why.
Oh, one tough mofo, Bird Dog. That's going to be it.
And anyone that has to say anything about it, they can stick their head up their ass and see if it fits.
All right, you heard it right there. You heard it right there. You can stick your head up your ass to see if it fits. Bird Dog, it's coming at you.
See the bright lights on TV, big fella. Don't remember, they'll be on TV. They'll be on TV.
For me, brother, doesn't worry me at all.
Doesn't worry right there. Hey, these guys are going to mix it up. Shake hands and best of luck to both these guys tomorrow.
I can't take it anymore, Johnny.
Oh my gosh! Well, what do you do?
Lopez robbed a bank on his way over.
You know, the guy has to wear sunglasses at night, Mike. His future's so bright.
Anyway, Lope-dope, Johnny.
Lope-dope.
And, he's dope. That's for sure.
Well, Showbiz Lopez. Bird Dog's gonna Showbiz Lopez in tonight's competition. But this kid, Mike, is a decorated fighter fighting out of Mika.
When you say decorated, does that mean the bandana?
It means the bandana and the glasses and the hoodie. It means he's decorated.
He's 5'11", 175 pounds. They say he's got great stand-up. He's supposed to be an excellent boxer, and he's, I believe, a brown belt or a purple belt in Jiu Jitsu as well. So all-around fighter, Johnny. Bird Dog's got his hands full.
Bird Dog does have his hands full, Mike. The kid doesn't own a belt, any type of belt in any type of Jiu Jitsu. He says he's training with the right guys over at Team Elite. He's working out hard. We've seen his transition from just a street fighter to an all-around cage fighter, Mike. He's getting better every time.
A very fast transition. The kid picks things up fast. 5'10", 170 pounds of just Johnny. I don't know what. Just unleashed fury. This kid.
Unleashed fury. You know, talking to Jeremy Horn and those guys backstage say that this kid, Mike, is they think he's going to be the real deal. He has what it takes to eventually make that transition and be probably one of the toughest fighters that we've ever seen.
They've got world-class fighters training over there at that gym, and they say that this kid brings the energy to the room. He's the one that comes in and makes them train harder.
Well, you saw right there in the weigh-ins, Mike. You know, he's pumping people up. He's not just getting in there. He likes to talk a little trash. He likes to get people excited about his fights. We've said it 100 times. You either hate this kid or you love this kid, and I think now more than ever, the people are getting behind James Birdsley, especially when he's fighting a kid from out of state, from Las Vegas.
Didn't Lopez say he was a trucker or something?
Yeah, some along those lines. So one bad trucker, I think.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, so he drove his truck up from Las Vegas
he
here.
made the long haul from Vegas.
All right, well, let's get this thing going here. And you know James Birdsley's going to come out firing as he always does. That's where we think he's got a bit of a slight where he ducks his head. His stand-up isn't that great, Johnny.
No, it's not that great, Mike. It's not that great. But one thing about James Birdsley, how many times have we said it before? He's powerful. He's
hits
strong.
hard.
He hits hard. You know, if he gets in on you, Mike, you might just have to do something like this. But, man, this Lopez kid is impressing me, Mike.
He's got some nice, accurate punches where he's just dotting up old Birdsley right here. And once Birdsley gets stung, we've seen him kind of curl up a little bit. This is what he needs to do. This is where he's so strong, is get in tight and take his opponent down. Boy, he weathered the storm.
He weathered the storm, which is something that he has been suspect in the past, Mike. He's gotten hit on the chin, and he's pretty much, like you said, curled up and gave up an opportunity. But not this time, Mike. Not this time. He says, you know what, I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to slam you. I'm going to get full mount position. I'm going to show you what it feels like to get punched a few times in your head.
He's got to work on keeping that head up and moving it, because, man, he was just getting picked apart there. Fortunately for him, he was able to get the takedown. This is where he likes to drop elbows. He likes to cut you, and he likes to drop elbows and hurt you on the ground.
Man, and right there, you know,
Lopez took some shots.
He took some shots right there, and now Bird Dog's transitioning
gave
into
up his back, brother.
Is he? What do you think? You think he's going to tap right here? He's got it on pretty tight.
He doesn't have it sunk in. He's got to get the crook of his elbow in there, but he's putting some pressure on the larynx there, which is kind of dangerous. That thing was on tight. When you got arms like that around your neck, it's hard not to tap.
Well, Mike, right there, usually the crowd is booing when James Birdsley wins, at least the majority of it, but not this time. The crowd is behind him. They're cheering for him. They're saying, way to go, Bird Dog. You represented the state very well. Lopez is a little shell-shocked, Mike. I think if they would have kept it on their feet, he might have had a better chance. But man, oh man.
Birdsley's a kid that the crowd loves to hate unless he's representing your state. Then you cheer for him. Seeing your Crush Combat Cam where, boy, Birdsley was just getting dotted up in the early part of this round. But once he was able to take Lopez down, the tide really changed right there. One thing I was really happy to see about Bird Dog, though, right after the win, he was giving much props to his corner and the people that helped him get to where he's at, because he has made a big improvement in his fight game in the last little while.
Well, he has, Mike. He's got a lot of fans. A lot of people now love the Bird Dog. I think he's a great kid. I think he brings an excitement to the cage like we've never seen before. Congratulations, Bird Dog. You represented the state well, and you did it, man.
He's happy, and he should be. Great job.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Got Your Back Realty.
Give Gary McDonald a call at 809-GARY or check him out online at www.igotyourbackrealty.com.
John Lopez, you came out with a fury and you were lighting him up. What happened?
I don't know, man. I let loose too fast and eased up and got taken down.
You were dropping the bombs, and you had him hurt. You had him hurt. You just couldn't finish him, man. How do you feel about the fight?
I did my best. I messed up when I turned my back to him and caught the choke, but usually I'm great at fighting out of that choke. But he was a real strong guy.
I got to tell you, though, this kid has been fighting literally and training literally for about 6 months. He's new to the game. For him to catch an experienced grappler like yourself in the choke shocked the hell out of me, man. I mean, are you going to come back and fight here? Are you going to come back? You want a rematch?
Absolutely, absolutely.
We'd love to have you. Tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Come back and do this thing again, man.
We will.
All right, bro.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Global Marketing Alliance.
They need motivated sales associates looking to make a 6-figure income.
Call 486-4221.
On your feet, that kid was pretty tough. Landed a couple good shots, landed a good kick. But it ain't no big thing to the Bird Dog, right?
Oh no, I just got to do my thing, you know. Get my great trainer, you know, mad props. He teaches me everything that I know. You know, I got to give a mad up to Bronson Insurance, Titan Development, and everybody go to the Players Club tonight. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Birdsley, man, you get in here, you represent very well. You fight a tough kid and you beat him. I'm proud of you, man. Congratulations. What can we expect out of the Bird Dog in the future?
Same old, same old. Get me week in, week out, because I'm crazy like that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that guy, man.
Congratulations, nice job.
Hey, thanks. Lead performance, you.
The Bird Dog came in here and did his thing again, Johnny.
Absolutely. The Bird Dog, man, this kid is reigning supreme in this competition. I don't know if there's a guy out there that can beat this kid, really.
Johnny, he was getting lit up. He was. In the first of that fight, literally getting lit up.
But he's played it
somehow, some way, the kid finds a way to win.
I'm interviewing all the right guys over here, man. Team Utah's on a roll, steamrolling. I hope we just keep it rocking.
Well, I got to tell you, though, this kind of really brings us back to the 8-second stoppage where he said, I wasn't hurt. And, you know, now you got to start thinking maybe he wasn't, because that kid could come back and do his thing.
He did. He came back. He won. Congratulations, Bird Dog. We're proud of him. I can't wait to see that kid fight more and more every week.
Oh, yeah. Dude would say, yeah. We got more of the combat. Stick around. This fight right here is main event material anywhere you go. Hank the Vice or the Hammer Weiss, representing the state of Utah, going up against ice cold Uscola.
Man, we saw Uscola coming here last finals against Benjamin Fremonto. Walks away a victor. He goes to Antigua. He beats everybody. The only guy he didn't get a chance to fight was Hank Weiss, and that's why this fight is so exciting for me, Mike.
Unfinished business means Hank got injured before he could fight Uscola down in the Caribbean, so we brought it back up here to Utah to get this thing done. Folks, if you got to go to the restroom, go right now. Get back ready for this fight, because this is going to be a great one. Heavyweight, no holds barred. Check it out.
Hank, what does it mean to be representing Team Utah in tomorrow's competition?
Oh, man, the Delta Center. That's what I'm looking forward to. It doesn't get any better than the Delta Center. So this will be my first time there. A lot of these guys were there last round. I wasn't here. This is my first time. So this is big. I'm excited, and it's an honor.
What gives Hank Weiss the edge? Why is the Hammer going to walk away the victor in tomorrow's competition?
First of all, it's V-Ice. It's not the Hammer. But I got the edge because I can lock them and I can rock them. There's nothing I can't do.
Casey, what's going to ensure that on your end? What are you going to do different that's going to make you walk away the victor in tomorrow's competition?
I know Hank can't stand with my hands, and I know he can't take me down, so it's going to be a stand-up knockout war. And I do have the superior hands, so.
Says he does have the superior hands.
He's college, baby.
He's Rick's college. He's representing Idaho right now.
Johnny Ritchie, both these guys have their game plans. Who can stick to it?
Who can stick to it? That's the question. You know, we've seen Hank Weiss. Probably, undoubtedly, he's got the best takedown in the business. No one can stop it, but Casey says, I can. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stand on my feet, Hank. I've got the superior hands. I think I'm going to knock you out. Bottom line, enough said.
Kayesi Uscola, 6'1", 195 pounds, goes by the nickname of Ice Cold, and really there's no more fitting nickname than that because he is just as cool as it gets inside the cage.
Inside the cage, Mike, he will stick to his game plan. We know that's what he's going to do. He's, you know, he trains under Tom Supnett. He's a tough kid. We've seen him beat the competition not only on the ground but on their feet. He's powerful too, Mike. He's just a powerful, physical, just a tough kid all the way around.
All right, well, the V-Ice, Hank Weiss, coming into the cage as well, 5'11" and 205. But it's not a very flattering 205, we'll admit. He's carrying a little luggage around the midsection there. And he says he's a cook in the Army. What kind of shape do you want me to be?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, he'll be the first to tell you, Mike, that, hey, I'm not in the best of shape right now, but Hank says at my lowest, at my worst shape, I'm in better shape than most of the guys that think they're in the best shape. He's just got that mentality. It just doesn't matter. The kid, he says, hey, I'm going to come in here, it's a job, I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to go home with a win.
Well, some of us carry around a spare tire around the midsection. It drags us down. He uses it as reserve tanks, I believe.
Yeah, he does.
From him. You can see right here. Here's the chess game we've talked about so much in this show, where Ice Cold does not want to go to the ground with Hank Weiss. No. He wants to stand and trade with him, and you saw right there where he could have come out on top, but he just said, nope, stand back up.
Well, yeah, well, it's smart, it's smart, and that's what Casey's doing. He's playing the smart game right now, Mike. He's not going to let Hank, he's not going to fall into Hank's trap. He's not going to get in close. He's not going to fall him to the ground. If Hank goes on his back, Casey's just going to back up and say, hey, get up, man. Let's do this right.
You can see how Hank is kind of just throwing those kicks out there as a means of engaging. He's not really looking to knock him out with those kicks. He's putting them up there to try to get Casey to come in and go to the ground with him.
And Casey's not looking at him walking away, ice cold. You look how cool and composed and calm he is. Hey, Hank, I know what you're trying to do, man, and I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it.
He almost rolls his eyes, in disgust, like, come on, kid, I ain't going for that thing, man. You're not going to bait me into that. And Lonnie Foster's getting more work here than typically he has to, man.
Well, and that's the thing, Mike, is Hank has probably leads the pack in Ultimate Combat with submissions. It seems like the kid can submit you from anywhere. If you give him the opportunity, he's going to grab you, put you in a position, and really hurt you. But what was that, Hank? What was that?
As they say, the Vice can lock you and the Vice can rock you, or however the heck that thing goes. He's got pretty good stand-up, as we've seen in the past. He's actually done some kickboxing matches. It looked like Lonnie Foster just flat disgusted.
Well,
right
Lonnie
now.
doesn't know what to think. He's just thinking,
boys,
what's going on? Get it going, Hank. But Hank's playing the smart game, Mike. I'm telling you, I keep saying that the kid he's just being, he doesn't want to stand with Casey, rightfully so, because Casey will knock him out if he does. Casey will knock him out.
I don't know. Hank's done a pretty good job. He's got decent defense, where he doesn't really take a shot flush. He took a nice knee there, and wow, he was able to make Casey momentarily down onto the ground, and Hank's really kind of probably starting to get a little bit frustrated. Hey, how am I going to get this kid on the ground? Because he almost had him engaged there on the ground, wasn't able to hold him there.
Well, it's that lay and pray technique. Hank's going to lay out. He's going to wait for you. He's like a spider. You get too close, he might grab you and do something. But I don't think Casey's going to get that opportunity at all, Mike. I just think he's too powerful. You saw right there, he almost went down with him, and he was able just to back right up as easy as he went down with him. So, wow, I think Hank, man, I think Casey's controlling this fight as of right now, Mike.
Make no mistake, though, Hank's landed a couple of shots himself. He's landed some decent leg kicks, and he's not the prettiest stand-up fighter, but he's effective, and he's holding his own. Don't get me wrong, Casey is winning this round
Mike,
easily, but
I don't know
Hank's landed some shots.
I don't know if those cartwheel kicks count for much, Mike. I don't know if he's going to score a lot of points in the judges' eyes by doing his old cartwheel kick, but maybe so. Maybe you're right. Maybe he has landed a couple shots, but I think Casey's pretty much controlled this fight, and you see Lonnie is just, get up, Hank. What are you doing?
This is one thing we want to point out as well that kind of really makes a difference here in the state of Utah, where a standing fighter cannot strike a down opponent, so Lonnie has to step in and separate them. Right here, Casey Uscola does get down on the ground and has the back of Hank Weiss momentarily.
Well, Mike, there's something that's going on right now that I've never seen happen before, especially in a fight like this where you got states, they're kind of booing. I heard some people booing, and it sounds like they're booing Hank.
They're booing,
he's not,
they're booing the local fighter, and that has never happened in the show.
Never happened in the show.
Senior Crush Combat Chem Y, though, he's throwing those kicks there, and really, maybe Hank's trying to throw these kicks. I'm trying to get into his mind a little bit. Nice, beautiful falling kick.
Well, Hank Weiss, Mike, but that's the thing. The kid's dangerous anytime. We're laughing and people are booing him, but man, you never know. This kid might be able to do something. He might get you in an armbar. He might get you in a lock. We've seen him do it 100 times before. And what would stop it this time? But I think Casey's just too powerful, Mike.
It makes you wonder if he's trying to throw those kicks just to, once again, to bait Uscola into engaging with him on the ground, because those kicks are just almost comical.
Yeah, they're almost comical. Well, oh man, and a big shot right there. Wow.
Was that a shot?
I think it was. It looked like he got him.
His knees buckled there, and boy, Hank felt that one. His bell's ringing a little bit, and makes you wonder now, does Uscola want to attack? Does he want to pounce and go after the injured Weiss?
Well, Mike, I don't know, but I tell you, I haven't seen kicks like this since the Karate Kid, because man, he's landed some sweet ones. I'm telling you, those things are sharp.
If he busts out the crane technique, then Uscola's in trouble.
He's in trouble right there, but he almost pulled the old patented Hank Weiss donkey kick where he was on all fours, and wanted to swing back and land well, but man, I think it's frustrating Casey right now. Mike, you see it in his face. He doesn't know what to do. What am I going to do?
It's kind of making him mad. This guy's making a mockery or making a fool of me, and you can see Uscola, he wants to jump on this kid, and maybe this might be the right time to do so because Hank looks like he's hurt. He looks like his legs are not underneath him. This might be the time to go. Oh, big uppercut, Johnny.
Wow.
Big uppercut.
And normally you follow a shot like that to the ground, but maybe this just tells you how smart Casey is and how he knows. He gives Hank a lot of respect. He's heard of Hank Weiss, and he's not going to go into the ground with him.
Maybe it's not such a smart idea. You land a big uppercut like that, you know your opponent's bell is rung. Why don't you jump on and just start jackhammering with elbows or punches because you know you've got him hurt?
Well, I agree. I think maybe he should have right there, Mike, and maybe he'll learn his lesson and do that the next time because he's landing those big shots.
He's landed
and he's got to follow him. He's got to follow him.
Another big hook just a moment ago there. Casey Uscola really is starting to do some damage to Hank Weiss here. He's really landed the big shots in the last few minutes, and Hank's in trouble.
There. Hank's in trouble, man. Casey's a powerful, strong kid, lean, willing to get in there and mix it up and hit hard, and looking for a full mount position. And he damn near
he left the leg behind there, Johnny Ritchie.
He's got the heel hook.
Got a heel hook on. And
he's going to twist that leg.
That's it, Johnny. Wow. And Hank just almost shrugs like, hey, that's what I meant to do this whole time.
The whole time. What are you talking about?
He's got his belly hanging out.
I told you so.
A pregnant woman in a trailer park.
He's too tired to climb the cage.
He's trying to celebrate, but has no energy to do it.
What a wild turn of events. The lay and pray worked. He got him. Casey is so upset right now. He's so upset.
He's hurt, but he's more mad than hurt.
Oh,
He's injured emotionally.
Well, because he knows.
His opponents can't even lift him up to celebrate because he's just dead weight. There's nothing there. Hank Weiss is, wow, Johnny, wow. Rarely do you find me speechless, but you just did.
The ice, he will lock you and he will rock you, and Casey is so upset about it. The crowd was booing, and now the crowd they're almost laughing. They're like, what the heck was that? What just happened?
I hear chatter. Well, look at that. Those are the punches we talked about. He landed some big shots. Hank, on the other hand, didn't land big shots. He threw them, but didn't land them.
Oh, yeah, he threw them. Casey right there just pushes him to the ground in utter disgust.
You know, look at this. You saw the ankle lock coming, and Casey left it behind there, just couldn't get it out. And once he got him, pinned him against the cage, there was nowhere for him to turn, and that thing was on, Johnny.
Oh, it was on. You know, Hank the Weiss gets the win.
He's happy about it, Johnny. I haven't seen Hank Weiss this excited ever, and I'm excited for him, man. What a great representation of the state of Utah, the never say die, never quit attitude.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Got Your Back Realty.
Give Gary McDonald a call at 809-GARY or check him out online at www.IGotYourBackRealty.com.
Ice cold. Clearly, you're not happy right now, but your strategy was obviously to stand up with this kid, and that's why. You were bombing on him. You were laying the leather on him. He didn't go out. What happened?
Just as you said.
And you did all the right things. Literally, you did all the right things. And I think 99 out of 100 people would be sleeping right now because some of those big punches you landed on him. Did you think you had him out? Did you think you had him hurt? And why didn't he go out?
I didn't hit him flush. 2 of the times that I hit him, knocked him on his ass, and there were just scratches on the chin. If I'd have hit him flush once, he'd have been sleeping still.
That's the one thing that I've seen with Hank, though. He never gets hit flush. I mean, but you're as accurate a puncher as there are. You knocked out what we thought was the best stand-up fighter in town last time you were here. Hey, tell me this. Are you going to come back? Are you going to fight down here again, man?
I'm going to fight Hank again.
I like that. I like that. Hey, I like that, and I'm telling you right now, it deserves another shot. Those of you who were booing that fight don't know what was going on. Great job tonight. Thanks for coming down, man.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Global Marketing Alliance.
They need motivated sales associates looking to make a 6-figure income.
Call 486-4221.
Hank! You stuck to your strategy, man. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. You got a lot of people booing in the first rounds, but you stuck to your game plan, and it worked. It's like a spider. You were patient. You waited. You caught him. You won. How you feel?
I feel great. You know, I know my strategy wasn't pretty, but that was my strategy, and I stuck to it, like you said. I will never doubt myself again, ever.
Well, you went up against a tough guy in ice cold, and every time, you did the right things. People might boo and they might be upset because they don't know, but you were just waiting for him to make a mistake. He made the mistake, you caught him, you ankle locked him, and you won. Hank, you represented Utah well, man. I knew if there was going to be anybody that could do it, it would be you. Congratulations. Nice job, Hank.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And hats off to Casey. That fight, 9 times out of 10, he would have won. He's a more prepared fighter. It was my night. I was lucky. But again, I stuck to my game. I planned for a heel hook. I did. And that's what I got.
And you did, Hank. Congratulations. You got the cup. You represented Utah. Utah guys, we're 2-0 right now. We're 2-0. Congratulations. Nice job.
That's because we can rock them and we can lock them.
Well, we told you there would be a twist. I didn't say it was an ankle twist, but a twist in the ending there.
Man, I couldn't believe, people around were actually booing at Hank and saying, come on, fight. And people that knew were just like, wait, just wait till you get caught by Hank and the fight can end that way.
I'm telling you, that's the way things can happen in this thing. They change on a dime. But next week, Johnny Richie, we've got another installment of the finals of round 16. Who's in the main event there, Johnny?
Main event next week is going to be Brandon, the Murderer Melendez, is making his return against one of Las Vegas' toughest fighters to ever come out of there, is Blas the Disciple Avina, a kid that's just mopped through the Utah competition until this point.
Wow, without question, one of the best matchups, one of the most highly anticipated matchups we've ever seen. The Ultimate Combat Experience, Johnny Richie.